Hey everyone, welcome to the West Coast Barbell Club Exercise Library. Right now we're going to look at benching with bands. Okay, so you can see how I've set it up here. Okay, we're using some double looped red bands. Okay, so I've taken the length of band and positioned it underneath a heavy dumbbell here and done the same on the other side. Okay, there's a fair bit of band tension in these here. Okay, so you want to be careful in how you set up to make sure that the bar doesn't slide out of the hooks. And that you very much control your unrack because they're obviously on an angle here to the bottom position or very much in line with the bottom position of your bench. So they are going to try and pull you forward and down the chest, okay? So try and stay nice and tight in your setup and be prepared for that. I don't commonly program these for most people, and if I do, they're normally for slightly more advanced lifters, okay? But yeah, starting out with relatively light band tension to begin with, and experimenting over time would be my recommendation, and double looping your bands so at least there's some tension in the bottom position rather than going with a heavier band but only with a single loop, and then all the tension really being at the upper portion of the range of motion. Okay, we want to have some degree of tension on at all times throughout the range of motion so that it doesn't kind of surprise us when that band tension comes on. Okay, and it's always kind of within our control. Okay, so I'm going to give a quick demo of what that looks like. Okay, like I say, nothing too much changes. Okay, it's just the addition of this band tension, which is obviously going to force you to work harder the higher up the range of motion that you go. Okay. So getting nice and tight in my setup, prepared for those bands. Nice and stable. Make sure the bar's securely in the hooks before you get up. Okay, so similar with our accommodating resistance squat work, so by that I mean using chains or bands. It does provide a novel training effect, it does feel a little different, okay, it does force you to stabilise a fair bit more. Okay, and then also I'd say forces us to think about moving a bit more explosively out of the bottom position, knowing that the tension's going to come on and only make the movement harder as we work throughout the press. It's going to force you, or at least for me, to think about exploding out of the bottom position as best as we can. Okay, so like I say, start out relatively light with the band tension, look to experiment and build over time. Okay, and just be sensible in your approach. Last thing you want to do is get pinned by a bunch of heavy bands when you're not expecting it. Okay, you can achieve a ton of tension from even the smaller bands that you might use while doing these. Okay, that there is your bench with bands. If you've got any questions about it, please just let me know and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.